So I would love to welcome my guest today, who is an international speaker and mountain climber. It's Naomi Carmona-Morshead, who is a co-author in this fabulous book, Rise in Pursuit of Empowerment. And yeah, this is another little interview, and it's called The Journey of an Author. And we're kind of like 18 months on, and I'd like to hear from Naomi. Firstly, would actually hear from her, a little bit about the story, but then also what she's been up to since then. Hi, Naomi. Lovely to see you.
Hello, I'm here in Southern California, and I'm an international businesswoman, a grandma of 7. I've traveled all over the world, and I'm really thrilled to become an adventure mountain climber at age 61. So whether I'm on ground zero or climbing at high altitude, I accomplish my everyday business challenges because I love communication, I love technology, and I love my home. So what have I been up to? Well, the most powerful impact of my story was that it's personal. And my mom had just passed away. And so I'm telling the story of having an incredible vision on a mountain in a cloud when my mom's face shows up. And so the impact to me has been that I want to create a different level of my business. I wanted to lead my vision bigger, wider, more global. And that's now possible with digital. And we were talking beforehand how the impact of a book can change your life. This book can be a business card. This book can be a lead generator. This book can open the door. So I'm having a challenge coming up in a few months. It's called Dream Challenge for Superhero Seniors. And the opportunity is for superhero seniors to take their dream that was sitting on the shelf and put it up. Take it off the shelf and bring it down and start living that life. So this book is being used in the challenge as a contest. So those people who do all the homework and participate in it will be in a drawing and get a chance to get the book. And so telling stories from the book, other people's challenges and other people's dreams and what came out of it, I'm using the other authors to motivate my people. So it's so many opportunities. I think that a book is learning about yourself.
Yeah.
The stories that I read about the other women.
And let's just showcase your page here. There you are. And I know you're going to read a little bit about from a little inspirational paragraph as well towards the end, isn't it? About your story, because your story is entitled Grandma on a Mission to Mend 1,000 Hearts.
That's true. That's true. So on the mission to mend 1,000 hearts is, well, I wanted to say before I even get there, oh yeah, what a beautiful picture. And I wanted to talk about the collaboration with your team, Sabine. Really and truly, it was always an excellence, from the graphics to the copywriting to the marketing to the author interviews. The group effort creates synergy and relationship. And you can't have that when you're just doing it on your own. You've got your own editor, you do it all yourself. But when you're in collaboration, there's connection. And connection creates community. And community creates compassion. And compassion causes you to shift. And my name is The Brave Heart Shift. That's the name of my business. And your next book is called Shift. And isn't that what we're all doing? We're moving from where we were to somewhere else. But it's the actual synergy of that group effort. And I wanted to compliment you because I really believe that all the pieces that you put together cause us to want to be part of something bigger than ourselves. Now, there's some people who might have lost their voices or never used their voices before. Yep. And as a speaker, I was that. I didn't speak on stage after my husband died. I did not speak for 10 years on stage. And then all of a sudden, one day I was on stage. And I was asked the powerful question of who took your voice. So I'm going to ask that question here today. Who took your voice, and when can you bring that up and become the superhero of your life using a book, using your story to influence the world? Because the impact on the world, really, that's what causes the courage for other people to look at your story and say, I was there. I thought of that. You get the vision in your head. You start to see more clearly in your brain, and then you use your voice to speak it. Who wouldn't want that opportunity?
Yeah, I love that you're saying that, and that's exactly was my vision. You know what it was, you know that, right? One morning I woke up, it was about 2 years ago, August 2018, and it was like, go and write a book with 100 inspirational people and share their stories. Because obviously on my own, would I be able to share, so many stories about myself? Maybe not yet. Maybe I'm not ready. And I think that's given a lot of other authors the opportunity to be part of this collaboration, where everyone writes their chapter, rather than having to write a whole book and having to know what to do with it and how to design a book or to publish and everything else that goes with it, because it is a lot of management and a lot of goes into the process, as you have rightly said. So and then launching, and because we were, well, each of the books, and you I just want to mention 2 books already out.
Oh, joy, that's one of my favorite words.
Yeah,
Recipe for
so Joy.
Abundance. Couldn't wait to get that book. I could not wait.
And they each have their different sort of themes, isn't it? So this is more like reaching for the stars, right? It was about
Right.
empowerment and getting out there, and the first one, and then this is more like, yeah, let's have fun, let's have joy in life, and that's more colorful. And the 50 women there are now in these books, they all had amazing opportunities. So what's been happening for you? I know I even got nominated as well somewhere. What was the nomination? Just remind me.
Yes. So Evolutionary Business Council is an international group of people who want to increase their influence
Mm-hmm.
to reach 1.6 billion people. And right now we're about 600 million people. And so we collaborate together. And so they have an award ceremony, and at the award, they give a global impact. So a person who's not currently a member of the EBC can be nominated, and you are nominated, which is a very high honor. And the person who actually gets the official award, the final top person, is then given a membership into the EBC for them to share for themselves, or as a leader to someone in their community who needs that influence and that impact. So I've been working with them, volunteering with them actually, and it gives me lots of opportunity to speak, to lead, to stand up, to express my voice, to be more authentic. And when you're with that group of powerhouse people, most of them are authors, most of them are speakers, and most of them are living their life at that next level.
Yeah.
And I think that writing the book, being an author, contributing, it's your field of authority. Your story is your authority, and that's your form of self-expression. When I'm writing, I'm actually more relaxed than when I'm speaking. I tend to be a little more strong, aggressive in my voice. I'm using all my power from inside out. And when I'm writing, I'm just having time to reflect. Not that it's less important, but that reflection is something that is deserving. You deserve a chance to release yourself. You deserve a chance to let go. And once you see it on writing, you can even learn more from it. So when I climb mountains, I make lessons, and I look at all the things that went right and all the things that didn't go right. Did I have enough water? The conversations I have on the trail. And then I've collected about 900 lessons
Wow.
on 100 hikes. And so
So
I'm
that's
using
going to be
those.
a book.
Yes.
Yeah, that's going to be your own book.
Yes. I can't tell you the title, but yes, I have a book that I'm going to do on my own, because this is my 4th co-share. And I think that co-authoring is an excellent way to be able to put your name in front of a lot of different kinds of people. And I think that the emotional impact of your story is what's going to draw the audience in.
And
So
I think also certainly to be part of a co-authored book, at first you kind of dip your toes in the water because you don't really know how else you're gonna be able to do your own book straight off the gate, right? And it gives you that confidence, and you see the process. You're sort of coming along the journey, and you learn at the same time, isn't it? And I know that a lot of the women, I would say good maybe 5 or 10 of them, maybe even 10 of them, actually wrote their own book after being in one of these collabs. And they said, well, I would have never been so self-confident to actually do this, because when they started off, they were still hiding and feeling a bit apprehensive sharing their stories because of the fear of being judged and getting out there. But then having all that feedback, I'm sure you had feedback as well from colleagues, from family. What was that like? What's
Well, I think the best feedback that touched my heart the most was my car dealer. So he delivered a car to my husband for his 70th birthday, and it was so fun to watch the whole process and all that. And so I handed him my book, and he took it home, and he called me crying because his wife picked it up. And I've only met her a couple of times, but his wife picked it up and she read it and she just said, it brought me to tears. I want to help mend children's hearts. How can I get involved? To actually have a person that took my story of being a congenital heart defect person who at 61 decided the vision, right? Seeing what I could do, and then actually taking the action to go climb mountains. I raised money for children who would die without heart surgery, and she wants to do that.
Mhm.
And so a car dealer, I mean, who knew, right?
Yes. Awesome. And yeah, and that's what we're doing with the books as well. It's helping the charities, and we've got your ambassador. Obviously, we've got that in the back of the book, and people can help directly, and also percentage of the book sales goes to charities.
Yes.
Yeah. So, do you want to just share towards the end now one or two sentences or a paragraph of your own story, and get people maybe enticed to read the book, and potentially also it's also an open invitation. If you watching this and you're thinking, how can I get involved in the next collab, reach out to me. I'll probably leave a link somewhere above or below the video, because obviously the doors are open. I'm looking for a further 50, probably less now because some already have registered. There is an investment involved, obviously. There is a lot of work going into this, but it's literally a done for you service, isn't it, Naomi?
So I'm just going to read one small paragraph. My husband joined me and documented my final speech to Mom on video. As I lay in the snow at 15,300 feet looking up, I could see her face smiling down from the clouds. As comforting as the vision was, I sobbed as I said my final goodbye. We left Quito with Mom engraved on my memory and my soul forever.
Thank you so much, Naomi. Appreciate it. Maybe you just want to share with the audience where you can be found if they want to get in touch with you directly.
So maybe backwards, but right here behind me is my logo, thebraveheartshift.com. And I have a Positive Living Inspiration Facebook page where I talk about mending 1,000 hearts. And at the time of this book, I think we were somewhere in the 90s, and now we have 167 children's lives saved. And the goal is to provide surgery in third developing countries. And we can do surgery at open heart surgery for $1,000. And so saving a child's life in the United States, that same surgery is $100,000. So the goal is to save 1,000 children in our lifetime. And I have some time to go, but I need all the encouragement I can get. So go to Positive Living Inspiration on Facebook and help us out.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Naomi. Really appreciate you being here.
My pleasure.
Take care. Bye-bye.